Coming up, we got our first look at DC's new superhero show. Join us as we dissect lanterns. Stay tuned.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power! Green Lantern's life!
Welcome to the Morgue, where we dissect the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment. I am your host, Arturo Padilla, and with me always is Mr. Nick Valdez. Before we get started, do not forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and hit that bell. That way you know when all these videos are dropping. Tex, how you doing today, buddy?
Howdy, everybody. Howdy, Arturo. Today we've got Lanterns, the very first trailer for the new extension of James Gunn's expanding DC Studios universe. That we're getting Supergirl in theaters, and we're getting this one on HBO Max this August. You've got Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, and we've got Aaron Pierre starring as John Stewart. And we know Kyle Chandler. He's been around the block. That's Coach. We've known him forever, right? Like,
Friday Night Lights, baby.
Yes. Aaron Pierre is kind of like the young startup in Hollywood. I think our first introduction to him was probably not the best first impression in old. M. Night Shyamalan's old in The Beach that makes you feel old, in the movie that makes you feel old for sitting there watching it.
Quite forgettable.
Yeah, his character's name was Mid-Size Sedan, so it was kind of like, all the deck was stacked against, like, just stacked on him.
I mean, imagine getting a call from your agent and be like, "Hey, I got this role for you, man. Your name is Mid-Size Sedan." He's like, sign me up. He's lucky Shyamalan's name was on that script, because
like he's had some better luck since then. He was in that Jeremy Saulnier Netflix movie, I think, like Rebel Ridge, I think it was, like, solid little action movie. He was Mufasa in that Mufasa movie that he did for Disney.
That's cool.
He was the voice of the younger, the origin Mufasa of the before he became Mufasa. So
before
that was
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, now we're seeing them teamed up in this extension of James Gunn's DC Studios, and immediately I think I want to get your reaction to this first, Arturo, in that, like, it just seems so different than not only what we got with Peacemaker, but everything we've seen from James Gunn so far. Like, it looks like just the entirely different approach. So what are you thinking, Arturo?
Yeah, this is definitely not your Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, and I'm very happy about that. It completely threw me off a bit, because I was not expecting the tone we got here in this trailer. It gave me vibes of Wonder Man a little bit, because it was this pair, an older man and a younger man, going on this journey of discovery of some sort. Because in the trailer, we see Hal and John in the car, and John's like, "Hey, can I get this ring?" And Hal's like, "Hey, the ring hasn't chosen you yet." So it's gonna be the journey of Hal acquiring that ring at some point from Hal. And honestly, I'm down. It looks completely different. As you mentioned, Peacemaker was the first taste we got from James Gunn's, quirky universe after Superman. And this was not what I was expecting at all, especially after seeing the trailer for Supergirl and seeing how that fits into his universe. This completely is as grounded as a James Gunn idea can be. I'm curious to see, Tex, like, how much development did Gunn add to it? Was he part of that? Was he part of that creation process? What was his role in it? But I'm totally down for this. It looks different. And I'm pretty sure by the end of it, we'll be seeing some Green Lantern powers for sure.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? It's that, it's that these are connected. This is the same universe, but the big tease about all of this in the first place was that he wasn't going to have, like, yes, he was going to have that creative guiding hand, like the Kevin Feige position, but it wasn't like, it wasn't all going to be nailed down to his vision. That's the whole thing. This was the promise of the DC Studios brand, ahead of what these mergers we're getting in the future and whatever terrible things that are going to happen out of that. We'll see how that works out. But as of what we have now, the idea was that, other creators are going to play in this world. And so that's what, like, you're bringing up, Arturo, where it's like, this looks like a grounded take in this world, like as grounded as it can be.
Yes.
And that's what already makes it interesting, right? Where it's like, yes, like I think some people are like totally complaining online because like it's Green Lanterns, right? But it's called Lanterns, and there's not enough green in the trailer. And my thing is like, yeah, this is the first look we're getting, right? It's not coming out till August. Like we're
Yes.
honestly, dude, we'll be lucky if like this might be one of those shows where it might be like a Marvel show where they don't wear the suit until like the last episode, or like they don't use the power until
But that's okay though,
yeah,
right?
that's
Like,
TV, right?
imagine
Yes.
walking into a comic shop. You and I have both been into plenty of comic shops. We know that
Right.
feeling. Buddies out there. Imagine walking into a comic shop, right? You're brand new to all this stuff and you just want to, you're looking at the cover to see what's cool. That's how you usually buy comics. And you're seeing Green Lantern issue number 1, right? Hal Jordan is not going to be wearing that Green Lantern suit until that end of that arc. Hal Jordan's arc begins with him as a pilot, and then going through that whole process, he doesn't gain his powers till later. People got to chill out, man. Like,
Yeah.
I
I,
think this
yeah.
is the way to do it. I think Gunn, his vision of stuff, his overall big brain idea is to not overwhelm the senses the way Marvel has done in the past with their planning. So with shows like Lanterns, I think it's showing a different kind of way to introduce heroes, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
because we already got a lantern. Like that's the thing.
yes,
Is like we already saw a Green Lantern. So that's the thing, right?
and
It's
we
like
saw how crazy Guy Gardner was in that movie, right? He had the
yes,
bowl
and
cut, he had the middle
yes.
fingers going up and
So like
down. Yeah.
we know that this exists in this world, which is why like in the trailer where like John's asking Hal about like, oh, there are like you're the only other human, basically that kind of thing. Like who else? Like he doesn't mention, you can like in the trailer there's no hint at Guy whatsoever,
Mhm.
but you know that he's gonna get brought up because he's in these shows already and he's in the universe already, and it's like we've already seen the full Green Lantern thing. And so that's why I'm also like in that boat, Arturo, where it's like, yes, like, a Green Lantern might be in his full color suit on the cover. And so, like, people are watching this teaser and they're like, oh, the suit's brown and he's not wearing the suit, blah, blah, blah. But also it's like, have you ever like seen a TV show? This is a thing. Like,
Yeah.
you got to set these characters up, right? And like as much as I love comics, as much as I love these ideas, like you kind of have to, you know, episode 1 isn't going to start with Kyle Chandler in the full Green Lantern suit, you know what I mean? Like it's not that kind of show. Like it's clearly this is what it's going for, right?
Yeah.
It's
And
going
I
for
think,
this is on purpose.
yes,
This is
exactly.
intentional that they're holding back all this stuff. We've already seen wild Green Lantern powers. So I think this is going to be the alternate, right? The alternative. Like it kind of needs to have this direction in order to immediately appeal to us, because it's like, yo, if you just have a show called Green Lanterns and then you don't have the Green Lantern you already had in the movie, it's that's the thing, right? It's just there's a lot going on here, and I'm personally it like I I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here, Arturo. I think they've earned it. I don't know
I
how are
mean,
you feeling?
you kind of have to give him the benefit of the doubt. You have
Yeah.
no other choice, you know?
Yeah.
Because as Gunn pointed out, they're not going to overload the audience with
Right.
all these properties throughout the year. So he mentioned what, like 1 or 2 TV shows and maybe 1 movie a year or something along those lines. So they're not going to bombast our visuals with all these crazy superheroes. Because as we've spoken here on the Morgue, if you guys go way back in the archives when Gunn was first appointed, this chief of DC, and we talked about his ideas, he was freaking out there. Like he
Yeah.
had huge, grandiose plans, and I had a lot of concerns because knowing Gunn's style and knowing the characters he wanted to bring into this live action universe, I had a lot of concern,
Right.
specifically with the Authority. And then he was able to get Creature Commandos out there as an animated TV show, which is okay. It's a fine show. It's okay. I don't know what the end game of that TV show is, besides adding some development to the
Yeah, like
flag and
yeah, like
that character.
eventually, yeah, it's like eventually bringing him to live action for like the pop, I guess, for like the cheap on-screen pop of like if you saw the cartoons, you're like, oh, there's the bride, and it's like, okay, cool, I
Yeah, because
guess,
they're
right?
using information from the show. Like they built
Yeah,
Rick Flag up with information from the show, and they bring that up in Peacemaker, and they bring that up as well in Superman a little bit.
yeah,
But I am very curious to see what happens because we know that as Tex properly put it, there is already a Green Lantern in this universe, and we saw what he was capable of. So I really do like the fact that we're getting the Green Lantern story here, right? Hal
yeah,
Jordan, the original defender of the Earth, the Green Lantern appointed by Oa to guard Earth and this solar system, I should say. So I am very happy about that. That we are getting a pretty grounded looking Hal Jordan story, grounded in terms of what this universe can give us. But
yeah,
I am pretty excited that we are getting a Hal Jordan story. That is what I've been wanting for a long time. The Ryan Reynolds movie really left a terrible taste in my mouth. And even upon like rewatch, when you see it on like TBS or one of these cable networks randomly, it's just it looks terrible. It
yeah,
just
and
reads bad. It's not good at all.
yeah,
So I am
it
very happy that we're getting a different iteration here in a live action iteration as well.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And that's the thing, like the Green Lantern movie, like visually, if you just look at it, you're like, oh, okay, you can see where the ideas were, right? With Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. You see the full look, you see all the like the designs and stuff. You're like, okay, but it just didn't work. And I think that's the thing. It's like they also realize that too. It's like, oh, we kind of need a alternate approach to that movie, right? Because it's still, as much as fans want to like move on, we're still here talking about the Ryan Reynolds version, right? And it's like that's honestly something that's gone through all of their heads when during
Yeah.
developing this too, right? And
Mhm.
so I think that's the thing, the lack of green, the lack of whatever, the lack of like fantastical stuff, I think it's all 100% intentional. This is, and this is the first look, right? I think to probably ease people's minds is we'll get a trailer right before the show drops of like we're gonna see a brief like green flash of something, right? I think that's the whole thing. Like this is just to get us talking, to get us interested in this, to get us like kind of winding up to like look at this. But yeah, like they're purposefully not showing us the Green Lantern powers in action for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
we're gonna see them, and
Of course. Of course. Like,
that's the thing. We know what they, and that's the thing. We, because of Superman, we know that they're capable of doing whatever, right? Like
yes,
these,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Exactly,
all the
Tex.
work has
And
been done already, and now we're just like we need to see a different perspective on it.
yes,
That's ultimately what it
people
is.
gotta chill the F out here, man. Chill out, buddies out there. This is a teaser trailer, not the full story trailer here. And
Yeah,
on top of that, remember, Green Lantern is not just about his suit. It's about his willpower and what he's capable of. So
yeah,
that's the core of the Green Lanterns, right? Like it's the person behind the ring, the person wearing the ring. So ultimately, yes, we are going to get probably some cool little action here with the ring. I'm cool with them not going crazy, Guy Gardner style action.
yeah,
I'm cool with them kind of easing us into this world because, like, as a fan of the Green Lanterns and their whole core and their whole like canon, I really, really like the fact that they're going slow here. You don't want to overwhelm us with all this crazy alien stuff,
yeah.
right? So they're starting
That's
with two humans and very grounded, and
that's
then
it.
from there we can go
That's
up
it.
and at them,
That's it. Because you can't do space opera in the first movie because that's what the first one did, and look what happened, right? It
and
just
too much money too on the budget.
yeah,
For
like
a TV show, that's it's not Battlestar Galactica. Even Battlestar Galactica, you guys seen the CG in that thing? You know what I mean? It's
and
not like they
even
were
even
pouring
Battlestar
money into
Galactica,
that.
it was even that show, it was a lot of people talking in rooms. Let me tell you
Yes,
that, right? And
yes, a
it's
lot of
like,
people talking on sets. Great point.
yeah, yeah, it is not going to be Kyle Chandler in full Green Lantern
No,
core gear flying through space, right? It's like no, like, and besides, save that's for a movie. Save that for a movie in the
Save it for
future.
a
You know
movie
what I
or
mean?
for the last episode, because sooner or
Oh,
later that ring is gonna have to get passed on to Jon Stewart, right? Like
and,
it's not the same ring,
and that's the thing. Is that the story? We'll see, right?
right? Like
Is Hal Jordan on the way out? Is it he? You know what I mean? Like
because
that's
there is
also the thing.
only one guardian of of Earth or the realm, the solar system that they guard. So you can't have two Green Lanterns guarding the same sector, right?
You already have Guy
So
here, so that's the thing, right? It's already see that idea is already thrown in
very,
flux, Arturo.
very interesting. You see,
Yeah, like
already that's an interesting point. That's like, holy crap! I'm curious as to what they're gonna do because you're right. Like Guy Gardner already exists, right? Superman
yes,
already exists. My question is, what is the timeline of the show? Right?
yeah.
We know it's in the same universe, but we don't know the timeline
How
because we,
you're right. How does
yeah,
it connect? Yeah,
yes, we haven't seen any kind of clues here about connecting points to what happened in Metropolis in the Superman movie, like we did in Peacemaker. So,
very true.
buddies, stay tuned. We will have more news for you on the Lanterns as it drops. Hopefully, we get another trailer in the next month or two. The show comes out in August. It's going to be on HBO or whatever it is at that point in time, right?
Yeah,
But yeah,
very true. We'll
yeah,
have to talk about that at length
yeah.
when more information becomes available. Buddies at home, if you happen to watch this and also happen to be aware of what's going on with Warner Brothers, do not worry. We are also aware. We're keeping tabs on it, but it's one of those situations, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like we kind of have to wait before more information is available.
Yeah,
Because the last
because
time we
there's
talked about
yes,
Warner
exactly.
Brothers being bought, we immediately we're wrong. Like so
It's not official until it's official, you know?
yes,
So,
yes.
I was hyped that Warner Brothers and Netflix were gonna, share the same bed, but that was very premature.
Yeah,
So, eh,
we'll have to wait and
yeah,
see
the industry,
when
like, moves in a funny way because it's like, yeah, Paramount won it, but it's not official yet 100%. So,
yeah, it's not a done deal until it is. We'll
we'll get
talk
at you,
about that when
buddies.
it is. Yes.
Yes, we'll get at you, buddies, whenever we get that information. And again, stay tuned here. When we get more Lanterns info, you guys will have it when we have it. Thank you so much for listening. This has been The Morgue, where we dissect the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment. I am your host, Arturo Padilla. With me always is Mr. Nick Valdez. Big shout out goes to you guys out there for listening and for watching. We have all these episodes on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcast streams. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Leave us a review. Leave us some stars. We would highly appreciate it. Let's not forget, big shout out goes to Delvirus for all the artwork you've seen in front of you throughout the years. And last but not least, always remember, buddies, it is a scary world out there, but we are here to walk you through it.